All right, so here we are again. So we see here we got apples right there, and we're going to be using these are fresh autumn apples from Washington. I live in Washington State. Then I have my ginger bug here, and the ginger bug is I use this for making ginger beer, and I have to do another video to show you how to make a ginger bug. But this is basically almost like a sourdough starter for making ginger beer. This is fermented, like a hyper fermented ginger that contains a lot of ginger yeast in there. You can even see, if you look closely, you can probably see it being active. You can see these little bubbles going on in there, and that's telling you that the yeast in that ginger is active and it's just ready to start fermenting. It's saying, "Give me sugar, give me sugar." And when it does, when you feed it sugar, it just activates even more and causes more fermentation and causes carbonation. And so when I make ginger beer out of that, it literally takes 1 day to get carbonated ginger beer using that ginger bug. So we're actually going to use it. You don't normally use that in kombucha, but we are going to use it in kombucha because, like I said, I like to take things to the extreme. So don't knock it until you try it. Actually, I've tried this already before, and I got to give a little warning to this. I used about a half a cup of my ginger bug with about 2 gallons of kombucha that I made. And when I bottled it, when you tried to open the kombucha, it literally wanted to explode on you. It was just so carbonated. And so I'm going to be using a little bit less ginger bug in there, but it really gives it that nice ginger taste too. And so with that also, I'm going to be putting some fresh ginger in there, and that's about a pound worth of ginger that we're going to be putting through the juicer. And we're going to keep the skin on it because that skin actually has some bacteria on it that's going to help in fermentation, and it's going to be good bacteria that's used in the fermenting process. And then we have lemons here as well, and the lemons we're going to keep those whole and throw them through the juicer. And also I rinse them off just with cold water, so I want to keep some of the bacteria on there again, because in the fermentation process we want some of that good bacteria. And then right here with these funny looking things, this is turmeric, and we're going to be putting some turmeric in there as well. Now let me explain to you a little bit about some of these things here. First of all, turmeric. Turmeric is a great ingredient too, because turmeric is used, it helps fight inflammation. It's also good for your controlling your blood sugar, and it's good for anti-aging, and it's good for your skin, and it's a strong antioxidant, and it's good for digestion, and it just has a lot of good dietary benefits to it, and so health benefits. And so you can also just look it up and find out all the amazing benefits that turmeric does. And ginger is the same way. Ginger contains, it also helps with weight loss, actually, helps with digestion. Again, it helps with, it's also an anti-inflammatory, and it's also good for, it's an antioxidant. And, it just has a lot of health benefits. And if you just Google health benefits of ginger or whatever, you'll see that it has a lot of amazing benefits. And so over here we have our bottles here, and then also this is some June kombucha, which is a green tea kombucha. And you see all those nice alien looking stringy stuff in there. That's the goods. That's the goodies. That's where all the yeast and stuff is, and that's important for this fermentation and everything. And so, and also with kombucha is great, has a lot of great health benefits. It's a good, it's good for the gut. And a lot of people don't know this, but 70% of your serotonin lives in your gut. And so, of course, that affects your brain as well. And serotonin is what is needed in our brain to help us to stay calm and to have clarity of thinking and clarity of mind and peaceful thinking. And so serotonin is essential for the brain. And so by drinking kombucha, which is a fermented drink, it helps your gut, and it helps to produce that serotonin, and it just helps to regulate your blood sugar, and it just has a lot of health benefits. And so there's a lot of great benefits from making kombucha within itself, but we're going to take it to the extreme by adding turmeric and by adding lemon, which also has high vitamin C and other great stuff. And then also ginger, and then my ginger bug. Ooh, we're gonna soup it up. And then also some fresh apples, some autumn apples. And what I really like to do is I like to try to use fresh ingredients in my kombucha. But also what I do as well, I don't know if my wife knows this or not, but sometimes when I don't have fresh ingredients, because she does a lot of jams and jellies, if I know she hasn't used any preservatives in there, well, I'll sneak in there and get a jar of her plum jam or plum jelly or blackberry jam or jelly, and I'll use that as the flavor and sugar base in my kombucha to make like a plum kombucha or a blackberry kombucha or something like that. So also I'll do those things as well. And I want to show you a couple other things I have here that we're not going to be using today, some of these things, but some other cool things that I have. And this right here is cranberry and ginger mixed together. And with last ginger beer I made it with cranberries and ginger. And this is the pulp left over from that. And what we do with that pulp is we put it in Ziploc bags. And then my wife makes this amazing ginger bread. Yeah, I guess it's a ginger cranberry bread or a ginger bread. And what she does, she uses her zucchini bread recipe, but instead of putting zucchini in there, she puts the ginger in there. And it is fantastic. People have tried that, and some people have said it's like the best stuff bread they've ever had. And it's not really a bread, it's more like a muffin or something like that, but it is delicious. And so what we're gonna do though, we're gonna get started here with some kombucha. And once again, I'm gonna be doing this in different parts, so the video doesn't get too long. And so I'll do each process as its own video, so you can just be able to watch what you wanna watch without having to sit through a whole bunch of talking like you're doing right now. Sorry, but again, this is don't knock it till you try it, taking things to the extreme. And I gotta give a shout out to my dear daughter-in-law, Amanda, who asked me to show her how to make kombucha. So this is what kind of sparked this on. And also to my future daughter-in-law, Elaine, who came here and saw the things I was dehydrating, and now she's on a dehydrating kick. And so she's inspiring me to show and more things, and also some of my friends next door, and my friend Jared and our friend Katie and Caleb, and for asking how to make ginger beer and asking for my ginger beer recipe. And so because of all these people asking these things, I decided, well, let me just start doing some videos and showing how I do these things. So not only can they enjoy it, but you can enjoy it as well. Because again, we don't just make kombucha, and we don't just make ginger beer. We take it all to the next level. We don't just make soup. We make a smoked, roasted vegetable and chicken soup, and we take it to the next level. We don't just make dehydrated fruit leather, but we make jalapeno dehydrated fruit leather to take it to the next level. See, we do things to the extreme here. So hopefully you'll enjoy some of the things that we make and do, and you'll try them yourself. All right, here we go.